Good afternoon, everybody. It's Saturday afternoon. I'm coming back with another TTM video for everyone. Now, I haven't done a TTM video in almost a week now, so these have kind of trickled in throughout the week. I've just been extremely busy and haven't had a chance to do a video, so I'm doing another catch-up video, so hopefully I can continue to stay caught up and do videos more frequently as the TTMs roll in. But I did want to get these recorded and put away so that I can clear this off my nightstand and move on. So we got 6 returns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we did get a return to sender, which is really crappy. But it looks like this person has decided to stop signing, so we'll start with that one. So I did get a return to sender from Mr. George Brett, the Hall of Famer from the Kansas City Royals. He had signed at this address, but it looks like over the last few months, kind of ever since this COVID-19 thing started, it looks like he might have stopped now. So I did get a return to sender, not deliverable as addressed, unable to forward, but this is a good address as of November, December. So I think that the address is still good. I think he just is not signing any requests right now. So we did get a return to sender from Mr. George Brett, which is really unfortunate. I was really excited hoping that I would get him, but it did not work out. So if you want to write to him, I would say let some time pass and maybe let us get through this situation, but this was a good address. So I don't think the address is bad. So don't cross this one off your list if that's something you might want to do in the future. So getting on to our returns. I'll start with the photos. I got 3 4x6 photo returns and then 3 card returns. So this first one is a 2 of 2 success in 22 days. It's coming out of Santa Clarita, California. And I know my wife was really excited to get this one back. It's coming from actress Dee Wallace. And so this photo she autographed in the nice silver Sharpie. She put to Brandon with a smiley face, Dee Wallace. And the picture that my wife was really excited about was this one with E.T. So again, it was to Brandon, smiley face, Dee Wallace. She did this one in black, which came out fantastic. And of course, I had to have a photo of her with E.T. So this was an awesome return. Couldn't have been happier. My wife couldn't have been happier, so that was really nice. So thank you, Miss Dee Wallace, for that fantastic return. Just put her down here for now. And then next we have, this is a 3 out of 2 success in 23 days, coming from Los Angeles, California. Now, usually, I think I've been asked this a couple times. So usually with athletes, I've noticed that athletes tend to be, in my limited experience, tend to be more willing to sign index cards. So if in the autograph request letter I send to them, I request them to autograph an index card, that's all counted. So you'll see that sometimes I knock myself down for not getting the index card. But I noticed with entertainers, they tend not to sign the index cards as much, so I don't even request it. I still send it in the package just in case and to offer maybe a little bit of protection or something like that. But I don't request the index card to be signed, so I won't count it against me. But if they do sign it, I'll count it for me, obviously, because it was an extra. I wasn't requesting it from them. So you'll usually see with entertainers, I don't count the index cards because I never request them to sign it. So this was a 3 of 2 in 23 days. And this is one of those where I did get the index card signed. And it's from Mr. James Keach. I think I pronounced it right. James Keach. And so he signed the index card for me, which came out really, really nice. And then he signed this photo from National Lampoon's Vacation. He was the cop that pulled Clark over when he was dragging the dog collar and had dragged the dog. So I love that movie. It was hysterical. So I had to get that one signed. And then I got another photo of him I don't remember what this was from. I just remembered that it was a clean photo. It had a lot of light color in it, so that's why I chose it. I can't remember where this movie was from, but he signed both photos and the index card for me, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Keach. So we'll put those right down there. And this return, I was excited to get back myself. It's coming out of Providence, Rhode Island. It's a 5 of 3 success in 11 days. And so this person signed 2 index cards for me, which I was really excited to get. It's Mr. Richard Jenkins. So he signed both index cards in nice black, kind of finer point Sharpie. And then we got this photo signed. So this is Mr. Jenkins right here. You can see he signed it right here. This was a difficult photo to get signed. He does sign in silver Sharpie, so I was kind of hoping he'd go silver on this one. But I really wanted a photo of him in this movie because it's one of my favorites. And so, but there weren't many great pictures. So he did sign in black, so I was kind of disappointed in that. It would have been nicer had it been in silver Sharpie, but that's okay. So we got one photo. Then we got this photo with the red background, so the black pops a little bit more. Mr. Jenkins again. And I think my favorite photo that came out of the bunch was this one. He was accepting his award and signed it up here. And so that came out really, really great. So thank you, Mr. Jenkins, for that quick return. Again, it was only 11 days out of Rhode Island. So 11 days out of Rhode Island. Put those up there. And then onto the cards. We've got a 3 of 3 success in 21 days. And it's coming out of... Is that Vermont, maybe? It's hard to tell. I think it's Vermont, but it's hard to tell. So we got a 3 of 3 from Mr. Jim Beattie. So we got this 1987 Topps Jim Beattie, and we got this 1986 Topps Jim Beattie. Now, I looked on my Junk Wax pack video for Caleb's challenge, which is 1986 Topps, and Mr. Beattie wasn't in the pack, so this won't count for that challenge. And I know Caleb will double check me just to make sure, and I appreciate that. But I didn't see him in that video, so I'm gonna say this doesn't count because I just didn't see it on the pack opening. So it's just a random 86 Topps card I sent out signed. Mr. Beattie is a great signer, a fast signer. So I got those 2 Topps cards signed, and he signed the index card for me. So we've had pretty decent luck with index cards lately, which is kind of nice. So we'll put those there. And then moving on, we have a 2 of 4 success in 289 days out of Tampa, Florida. So this one, the person did not sign the index card. And he also, for some reason, didn't sign the baseball card, even though he doesn't have any limits. So I don't know if it was just one of those things where he missed it or what it may be. But he only signed 2 of the cards that I sent. And it is Mr. Dave Schmidt from the Orioles and the Expos. And let me see. Orioles, Expos, Rangers, White Sox. Played for a few teams. So we have this 1988 Topps Dave Schmidt. And we have this 1991 Score Dave Schmidt on the Expos. I have seen he does take a little while. A lot of people that sent out around the same time as I did have started to get their returns. So if you do send them Mr. Schmidt, unless you hit it at the right time, you're probably going to have to wait a little bit. But he does sign, so get those cards together and get them sent out and just sit and wait. And as always, guys, I know I say this every video, but I like to just reiterate it for you guys. All the addresses I use will be in the description, trying to make it as easy as I can for everybody. So if you guys see somebody you want to send out to, it's right there for you to use. So The last return we have for the day is a 1 of 3 success in 10 days out of Orlando, Florida. And I took a chance with this one. This guy, from what I could tell, hadn't signed in a while. Since like 2018, I believe. Maybe 2019 early. But the address that I used had no return to senders, had nothing. So I just figured maybe it was one of those things where people stopped sending to him, or he had stopped signing for a bit. But I had a card laying around, so I figured, what the heck. And it is Mr. Marty Bystrom from the Philadelphia Phillies. And it's on this 1982 Topps. And he did it in blue Sharpie. Signature came out really, really, really nice. I really appreciate it. And so I was excited to get that one back. Again, only took 10 days. And so maybe that means he's starting to sign again. Maybe because of the situation, he's signing again, whatever it may be. I don't know, but he signed. So that's fantastic. So thank you, Mr. Bystrom. Thank you, Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Beattie, Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Keach, and Miss Wallace. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm hoping to stay caught up from this point on, so hopefully I won't have to do longer videos like this, but I did want to get caught up and let you guys see what came in. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a blessed evening. Hope you have a blessed rest of the weekend. Until the next video, see ya.